Saying good morning those of you listening to Classic Radio and those of you viewing us via GBN TV and those of you also via social media platforms. Welcome to this edition of the Mid-Morning Buzz. I'm your host GT. With me this morning, we have Mr. Robert Whyte, and of course he's representing Heritage Theatre Company this morning, and it's all about, is it Spicy Laugh or Laugh Spicy? Which are you going to Anybody or they good, it doesn't matter, right?
Well, Spice Laugh Festival is what
Spice Laugh Festival.
But the truth is, anyway, mix it up, you're still going to put a laugh.
You're still going to put a laugh. So if anybody laugh first or after, or beginning, it doesn't matter. You're going to laugh. But so, Robert Whyte, good morning to you, sir. Welcome.
Morning, GT, and good morning to the listeners and viewers. GBN. It's a pleasure to be here. It's always good to connect with the radio station.
Yes, and it's always a pleasure to have you here also, man.
Yes,
a pleasure to have you also. Tell me.
Just before you jump into that, JT, I came in here and there's a sense of nostalgia.
Yeah.
There's a time in my life when I was here almost on a daily basis.
Really?
Certainly 2, 3, 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Doing ads. The place had a different configuration though. I mean, that was even prior to Hurricane Ivan. So
Okay.
In the days of people like Heinz, who was on the production side of things.
Yes.
Yeah, you had Troy, Gavi, and Lou, and they were all tight also there for a while too, and some of the other ladies. And in those days, I was the primary advertising personality for Courts.
Okay.
So we always, and that's where we used to be doing our ads and so.
All right.
So production, Courts, even Courts was advertising, probably even more than now, I believe. And so there was a flurry of activities. There's always some promotion on.
The good old days.
Always, yeah.
The good old days, they go. The good old days. The good old days. Yeah. Now we're getting ready for a Spice Laugh Festival coming up on, is it the 22nd or 23rd or 24th?
22nd and 23rd of June. At
yes.
the Trade Center. And then we're on the next weekend, the 30th, is a Sunday. We're in Grenville, a cinema in Grenville.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell us, I was looking at the commercial the other day and I saw somebody, I ain't going to call his name right now, and I said, I didn't know he's funny, but good morning, Adrian. This one, that's my good buddy.
Adrian,
I say, well, I have to be at that event because, I want to see if Adrian could crack me up.
And he will. Interestingly, he will. You see, I believe that most of us in Grenada, as a people, we have a funny bone.
Yes.
Right? We'll take probably a very serious issue. And the first thing is we have a propensity to laugh.
Yeah.
So a man coming on the road and he slip and fall and you stand up watching him before
and you know something bad that happened, you laugh at him.
No, you ain't laughing because you're glad he fallen. No. It's just that it triggers something in you that your first response. It's a laugh. Now you'll go and help him, And even while you're helping him, you're still laughing. So every one of us have a funny bone. So you'll be surprised that Adrian might very, very much crack you up.
I know. I have to call him and give him a call and say, man, you really crack me up. I'm coming to see you. Make sure you crack me up. Anyway, man. So tell me, what reason for this Spice Laugh Festival happening this time around?
Well, Heritage Theatre Company, thankfully we are blessed with members who can portray or support by virtue of the performances a full-length drama, right? And still, we have persons who could do comedy.
Yeah.
Not every theatre company has, lucky enough to have members who can straddle both sides or genre, if you want to call it that, of the theatre. But we are blessed with that. So we have developed over the years, and we are forced to market where that is concerned in Grenada. That slapstick style approach to comedy.
Yes.
Where you could just take a series of issues and take the mickey out of them and package them, as one show. Sometimes thematic, other times not. Like when we did Hurricane Ivan Rufus, the theme was the hurricane, but we portrayed very different aspects of the hurricane and the different reactions to the hurricane and different experiences as a result of the hurricane, all of whom had two common threads. Well, one morphed into the other because one, it was about the hurricane, but two, they were extremely humorous.
Yes.
So, for example, hurricane passing and your roof gone and you go inside a cupboard. Right, that's the only place you're gonna find to go inside a cupboard. Now, ordinarily you ain't going in no cupboard.
No,
you're not a pot or pan, but you're inside, cohabiting with the pot and pan if they were still there. Because
and you're wondering how you fit in there also.
Afterwards, you can't imagine how you. So you're laughing like hell. Sometimes even inside of there. While the thing going on, you're saying, "Lord, what are you doing here?"
Yeah.
Right. So we have been able to take those serious issues and take the comedy out of it. And we believe that everyday activities, if you're sufficiently aware and connected. You can find things that you just laugh at, and people wonder what you find funny, but there's something funny in
So
that.
true. I mean, I'm a fan of comedy. I look at comedy all the time. I especially stand-up comedy. That's my thing. I like to look at it. I like to look at this and I'm supposed to say stuff just out of the ordinary and make you laugh.
Yes.
That's my kind of this. So one of the reasons I'm going to be at this particular event. And I'm seeing now in of course in your production, there's a lot of folks been brought back. DeLeon and of course the Bob guy and all these. Tell us about that.
Yes, because I mean we have a strong cast, but always had strong members of the theater company. You mentioned Wayne. This is Wayne's first production in after he would have had his medical condition.
Yes.
But Wayne has always been eager to get back on stage because that's where he's actually that's where he exists the best on stage. So I wanted to give him the opportunity, so he has it now. Now Wayne has historically been somebody who is so versatile that he can play almost any role.
I remember him from doing a lot of these roles.
Right. So we are happy to have him back. We're happy to have DeLeon back because DeLeon had a respite for a bit. He had other circumstances in life that kind of needed his attention.
Yes.
So the theater took a backstage, but he has sorted those things out, and now he has his free time again, and he's ready to be back on stage. And DeLeon is easily one of Grenada's most versatile characters. Or actors. DeLeon could play almost some roles that people would be afraid that is taboo. DeLeon would go into it and approach it with a passion that is certainly bound to yield the best out of it.
And I like the way he gets into character very easily.
Yes.
He has a way of getting into character really, really easily.
Right. So he's back with us. I'm on stage myself. We have been able to finally get Karim Alexis because we always wanted to be on stage with Karim. We have been able to woo him. So Karim is going to be on stage as well in his own inimitable style. I mean, you see at the end of the ad, the place go flood with laughter. I mean, every time I look at that, and that's a piece is developed specifically for the show.
All right.
Right. And that's the other thing with our comedy shows, we bring fresh ideas all the time. So it's not like you run the risk of seeing something that was done on the internet before, and you just pick up that joke and twist it around to suit you, but you could tell the main thread is from the internet. No, we have taken new issues and in our own style we're going to be presenting it in a way that people just will find humorous.
All right.
Well, of course we may, and it's still up for debate, but we may bring back one or two of the extremely hilarious pieces that we've done before that are people's favorite.
So true.
Just me.
Just,
all right, we're still the jury's out on that one, but it is a package that is designed to get people to have a wonderful evening and relieve some stress.
Exactly. The de-stressing part of it, that is always important. Tell me, without giving out everything out of it, tell us how this will be flowing. Is it going to be done in a sort of a production setting, or we just waiting for somebody to come up on stage?
No, it's going to be produced.
Yeah.
It's going to be produced. So we have a program, so actors know which act is coming up next. Of course, we can have them in a way that people are not going to be too rushed. So you're just in this piece and in another piece and so, right? So it's going to be produced. But it's a combination of styles we're going to be using now. So there is the stand-up comedy appearance where you do a monologue, right? But sometimes the monologue is done, and other times it's done in character.
Okay.
So the difference is I may just come on stage and do a monologue, or I may come and do a monologue, but I am now representing another character. And I mean, there's a piece that I'm in that thing is going to crack people up, really crack people up. Without giving away too much, there is. If you're sharp, you'll see part of it in the ad, right? And there's a whole story around that particular.
All right. Because we watching the dress code and everything, so we understand what's coming there. And then folks picked up from the wording, they could check the direction that you're going.
Nice.
I say no more.
Nice.
I say no more.
So then there's monologue, there's dialogue where two people on stage. I mean, there's two old ladies who met up by the pipe stand, and I mean the discussion that went on between them, the dialogue is extremely hilarious. They're speaking about their respective partners. It's extremely hilarious.
And the option of going back there so nice because they ain't no standpipe talking Grenada anymore.
But that's the point. But that was the standpipe was almost a place, not almost, it's a place where people gathered and you expatiated, you share information. The standpipe was like today's Facebook, where everybody go there and say their say.
That's where the social gathering is.
That's the social gathering. Yes, yes.
All right.
So then we have some of the styles that have been popularized by Heritage Theatre Company, the good old calling program.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing the kind of things that come out in a calling program. Let me tell you, one time...
I'm doing it here, I know.
I'm coming down to St. George's one morning and I'm listening to GBN, to the point. A lot of years ago, and a lady called, Mr. Garvey, I want to lodge a complaint on the Governor General. No, one time my ears poke up.
What would the Governor General be doing?
Because I'm trying to figure out, where this lady going at?
What have the Governor General done now?
So even Mr. Garvey, you could hear he went quiet for a moment, right? So and then she continued. She said, I find he playing the fool now. So no, by now I'm all ears. So trying to see if he could kind of distract her now, because the first two sentences she ever complained, she find the Governor General playing the fool. Now you don't know where she going at.
Yes.
And you want to be careful. So you trying to distract her.
What is supposed to say next?
She said, I find for a big man in high office, he must cut you here. No, in those days. Excuse me. Brother Danny Williams, in those days, seemed to have had he had a thing with his barber. He was visiting his barber.
I can remember.
And in the lady's opinion, he should have gone there more sooner. So she got to complain on national radio. So these are the kind of things you hear from the calling. And even now, there are some characters that call repeatedly on the station, so that you could identify them by their voice now.
Yes.
Once that person call.
You know what you're going to hear.
Yeah.
You know what the conversation is going to be about already.
So we have some of those type characters.
All right.
A calling program. People who their inimitable style will make them hilarious, so make them people that you want to listen to.
All right.
Yes.
That should be interesting. So tell us, how making this thing possible. Of course, anybody you want to show some love to the sponsors, tell us about it.
Yes, we do. Now we have, before we go to sponsors, let's take the ticket outlets.
Yes.
So for folks in Grenville, you can get tickets at Gittins and Calico Supermarket, and Gittins, I think Health and Wellness, I think is a name now, right?
All right.
In Sauters, Calico again. In Guave, Gittins, right? In St. George's, Gittins, Health and Wellness. We do in Mitchell Pharmacy. We do Art and Soul, and any member of Heritage Theatre Company.
All right, and there's no ticket online and stuff. That's the way people want to go these days. If you want to go online and get your tickets, folks they just want to stay in the comfort of their home and make their purchase.
You can do that. We have been facilitating that, and the response has been very good from since the last production.
Yeah,
you can get your ticket through the Go to Fed platform.
Okay, great.
Right.
Great.
So, and persons have. We were surprised at the amount of tickets we sold that way last.
No, it's where the world today. Man, you want to walk around with cash anymore.
But that is correct. That's so we're trying to facilitate the doing business. In St. David, we are at the St. David's Pharmacy, and the tickets are $60, which we think is reasonable considering how the price of things these days and the cost of actually staging those productions. So it's 22nd and 23rd at the Trade Center.
Yes.
And the next weekend, the 30th, that's a Sunday, we head into Grenville. Now, folks in Grenville have been begging us. Folks on the outskirts of St. George's, more as we say, the countrysides, have been begging. They've been begging because some persons really want to come, but coming to St. George's makes it a little more expensive because they have to factor in our transportation cost, and sometimes it's difficult even to get the transportation. I have actually brought people down from the country with me. I have a friend with an 8-seater, and I've actually taken his 8-seater sometimes on weekends when we have shows just to be able to facilitate persons who want to come down.
Some folks are left out sometimes. Hey, everything is happening in St. George's for some reason or the other.
Yes, so we are bringing the show to Grenville, and that we are really happy to do that, and we hope that it makes persons happy as well.
All right.
So we're looking forward to the support from Grenville at the cinema, and our show starts 7 o'clock. all shows start 7 o'clock. We want to at this stage big up GBN for the support as well in terms of accommodation through the various shows and appearances and so.
Good.
In terms of the assistance as well, because GBN has partnered with us in the advertising. So thank you so much, GBN. We are eternally grateful. I mean, we've been doing this thing for 34 years. And as in those days, I think we are even Grenada Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah. And
from since then, we have had a very good relationship with GBN.
All right.
Sometimes I wish I could do better, but but for the main parts, they has been supportive.
All right.
So thank you so much to GBN.
As little as this is better than nothing at all.
Yes. We want to say thank you to Brighton and Manners as well. Brighton and Manners has supported us in this. And there's one other sponsor. I sponsored Don't Feel Bad. Chris gave me the information only this morning as I get in here, and I didn't write it down. I forgot. So there's somebody else outside there again who sponsored us. And we, as we go deeper into the production, they will get
the credits. That is true. They will get what is true to them. You know.
But so far, I mean, we know things are tight. We keep hearing that, and companies, there's an increase in cost of living in just about every sphere of our existence. And companies themselves find it challenging to raise or to be able to support you every time, and in some cases to the amount that you ask for. But we have some persons who have supported us over the years, and even if they can't give anything now, we still say thanks because you help us to get here.
All right.
And we do appreciate that.
The option of taking this around Grenada, has that option ever come across the mind? We go St. George's, Grenville. The option of taking this production around the island, the feasibility of it, is to put some thought into it. Well, I guess the success of this happening now will see the feasibility of it.
Right, and that's exactly where I was going. We would like to bring this to every nook and cranny. As a matter of fact, I have performed in every parish with Heritage Theatre Company in the last 34 years. Every parish in Grenada. Heritage has put on show. We were in Corinth, in the government school in Corinth. We were in Victoria, in Bonnet government. We were in St. Patrick, in the Caribbean Cinema. Caribbean Cinema don't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
But we were there. We were in St. Mark Guelph. We performed in Guelph, and we performed in Grenville and St. George. So we have performed in every parish, and I'm saying this to say that we have done that before. So if we don't do it now, there must be a reason.
Yes.
And part of the reason is the availability of adequate venues.
Yeah.
Adequate performance space. And that has been the challenge. So had there been the right venue that supported our type of theatre and so, especially like we did Julian Fedor.
Yeah.
And that production was very elaborate in terms of sets and costuming and all of that. The costume is okay because once you have it, you could just put it on wherever you go. But the sets, to be able to get the space to create that
visual effect that you want.
So that is sometimes a challenge.
Right.
So with this comedy production, where there's not an emphasis on sets design and all that as it would have been otherwise, it is very possible. So we are looking now at other places apart from Grenville, where we can do it. Carriacou has been a very good venue. The people in Carriacou support, and they've quarried us, or they turn out back on us, is what they say to us. But there's a possibility that we'll go to Carriacou as well with this production.
I mean, it would be nice in time to come. I think it should have been already where we could have these kind of venues, around the island, where everyone could always go to productions of that level. We hope not sooner or later. Hope you don't have to stop doing your stuff before that occurs.
Let me tell you something. I have given 34 years of my life consistently to the theatre movement in Grenada. I've enjoyed it. I still do enjoy it. I've said to somebody only this morning, because I gave that gentleman a ride and he was asking about the show as well. And I said to him, he said, but you're in that thing long, And I said, I will be even longer. As long as I can raise my head, I can move, and I'm well enough, I'll be on stage because I'm happy there. I enjoy it.
In your own zone.
In my own zone, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I would love to see during my lifetime is at least a proper performance venue.
Yeah.
At least one.
At least one.
I'll be happy. I'll go to my grave a happy man.
Adequate seating and everything.
Proper seating. Because I've said it every time, and I may sound like an old beaten record now. Saying it again.
You're on repeat.
But for what it's worth,
yeah.
Grenada is still yet to see the best of heritage theatre. And that's sad. And I'll tell you why I say that. Because I've performed around the world in venues that would put us to shame any day of the week.
Yeah.
I've been in Brooklyn College. Now that's a college venue, and the quality of sound and the quality of lights and the seating and so that they have there, there's nothing like that in Grenada. Nowhere.
You're right.
I've been on stage in Cuba, and Aruba, sorry. I've been in Cuba too, but I've been on stage in Aruba, and that experience where I was a captain of the Camon boat, and there was a turbulent night when I emerged from my cabin and came over and saw some of the sailors and so on deck. They frightened and thing. And it was rough, and the stage started giving me. In Grenada, I had to simulate that.
You understand? And you were actually getting that actual simulation.
How was the stage started to give me my thing so? And let me tell you, at that moment, I started to feel the turbulence and the boat in truth. You know?
And it kind of spur you in your performance even better.
To life.
Yes.
I saw a performance from Machantel, Debbie Gilchrist. Grenada has never seen anything of her like that.
Yeah.
And again, it's because the coming together of all the factors, right, that make a good production, the song, acoustics, the stage lighting and setting, right, I said the fact that the stage could move and all of that, consistent with the whole theme of the production. We don't have that here. Yeah. So we do the best with what we have, though. And I'm not knocking what we have, because the Trade Center has been our home, and we have existed.
Yeah.
By virtue
I mean, I remember the days of Marital House and all of these things. I mean, even as small as it was, the performance they used to be adequate. Also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Has its limitations, and its limitation is not just relative to size, but design. Yeah. But still, it allowed for us to grow, because the early days, that's where we are. Of course, we have outgrown Marital House, meaning that, you know, it sits 212 people at best, and that it's just hard to do.
I understand. All right, Robert, I want to thank you for being on the show this morning. Of course, I'm certainly encouraging folks to come on out and have a belly full of laugh.
Come on, distress. Come on, distress.
Knock it off, man. Anyway, I want to thank you once again a whole lot for being here this morning and sharing information. Hope folks come out in their numbers and laugh.
Looking forward to seeing them.
And laugh. That's the most important part of coming to the event. You come in to laugh.
Looking forward to seeing them.
Thanks once again, Robert, and all the best.
You're welcome, Gigi.
All right. Hey, folks, that's where we take a wrap for this edition of the Mid-Morning Buzz here on Classic Radio GBN TV. Join us again. We do have another production coming up for you shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for Grenada to laugh again. Heritage Theatre presents Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024, Saturday, June 22nd and Sunday, 23rd June at the Trade Center in Grandance, and on Sunday, 30th June at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime, 7 p.m. every time, featuring some of Grenada's best ambassadors of comedy. Robert Whyte.
I will line up behind the yellow for 9 elections straight. I changed color in time to lose the last election. Why? Because I'm always on the losing side.
Dillion Walters.
It's the McQueen I couldn't take. I don't tell Molly didn't know.
Kareem Alexis and other outstanding comedic performances, all coming to knock you off your seats with laughter. Get your tickets now. Bring out the entire family. Tickets are $60. It's time for Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024.
The place go flood with laughter.
Avoid leaks at home. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. As usual, with us on a Wednesday, we have the folks from, of course, let's go to Chris this morning. Chris this morning from the Wireman. Chris, good morning. How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
Pleasant morning.
All right.
Yes. It's always a pleasure for us to be here. You know, as usual, as every
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
You come bearing fruits of, well, can I call it fruits, boy?
Well, yeah, you can call it.
We could call it that. You can call it fruit. And this Wednesday is not going to be like any other Wednesday, folks. We have some interesting items here that Chris is going to be featuring this morning that's available for you at the Wireman's house. Let's start it off. Let's see what's available. Chris.
Yes. At first, I just want to say pleasant good morning to all the viewers, the listeners. So guys, as we always say, go outside, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, right? Anybody passing on your vehicle, hey, you need to switch that radio station. Yeah.
Turn on to classic.
Yeah. Yes. You need to switch. And
after you heard all what we said, head down to the Wireman's house.
Definitely.
All right.
Yes, and also I just want to say pleasant good morning to each and every staff of the Wireman's house, and also if you are shopping at the Wireman's house and you're listening to this program, we want to say a pleasant good morning to you as well. Hope that you have a blessed day also.
All right.
Yes. All right. So GT, so we're starting off with our foam gun. Yeah, some people might say the foam gun. Firm as people have different perception of firm. Right?
Yeah. All right, so it's a firm gun.
Yes.
Let's see what it's about.
Okay, so this is it.
A firm gun.
Yes.
What is a firm gun used for?
So the foam gun is basically used for if you have like cracks in your walls and you want to fill it up. Yeah. Instead of just using the can and the foam spray.
Yes.
Yeah. You can have this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And have a much
better control
the airflow, and also to also reduce the wastage of us as well.
Interesting. I never knew that was available for that purpose.
Yes.
So you're actually taking the whatever the can or whatever whatever this needed to put on top.
Yeah.
You put it there.
Put it on top. Yeah.
Screw it, and then you're just able to fill in all the cracks. Interesting. But there's something always for everything in the world today.
Yes, definitely.
Something to make that job much easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, so guys, so if you're into construction, or basically if you're doing electrical as well, electrical field, use it as well. Basically, they want to fill in certain gaps as well.
And you're simple do-it-yourself project too. You're simple do-it-yourself project. You go home and you want to do this for yourself, even though you may not be a specialist of it.
Yeah.
But this will certainly make your work look professional.
Yeah. and as I said, sometimes, oh gosh, but I spray too hard, too much come out.
Yeah.
So
this will give you a level of control. How much you put out. Great. So it's called the firm gun. All right, good.
And also moving on. So we have our cracking guns, or some people might say silicone guns. Yeah. So we have different types. Yeah, available at the Wireman's house. You can see this is one.
Yep. All right. And they come in various types and sizes also, right?
Yes. So this is the next one. All right, so this is under the Brown brand.
Yes.
Right, together with this one. Yeah, this is under the Brown brand. And this is also one of my... This next one, GT, this is one of my favorite. I say, wow, this is real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different
it's out of the ordinary way, like the ordinary ones.
The ordinary ones, so it's different. And this one is under the Yato brand. Yeah, it have its
so always had to do something different.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's have a nice weight, a nice weight to it. Yeah, and
I like the handle that will help you to apply the necessary pressures that you need.
It's very
interesting.
Very cool,
Interesting one there.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're moving on. Okay, so we also have our roller.
Rollers.
We have our roller roller handles.
All right.
Yeah, and also if you're looking for the handles, right, we have the pads as well.
All right.
Right, so we have that available if you want to do your painting. You know, we have those available. And yes, guys, we do much more than electrical.
Don't let the name trick your mind and just the wireman. So you're thinking it's just wires that they sell. No,
we do much more.
Everything is available.
Yes.
It's available there for you. Once you do something of a construction nature, do it yourself. You're a hobbyist. You could probably get all that you need at the wireman's house.
Definitely.
All right.
And also, we just go through the paintbrush, the roller and the pads as well. Right. So if you're looking for your paintbrush, we have paintbrush as well. We have the different types, different sizes available at the Wireman's house. Right. So we have under the Yato brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we have our 2-inch, 2.5, 3-inch. You know, and also we have the angle brushes.
And you know something, because people always say a paint. I want to get a paintbrush.
Yeah.
A paintbrush is not always just a paintbrush.
Yeah.
You know that. I know some folks may have to attention to that because they are brushed for different purposes.
That's
you
correct.
understand?
That's correct.
And it depends on the paint type you're using also. The particular angle you want to paint or whatever you promise what you want to do in terms of painting. You want to cut and stuff. They are brushed for different purposes. Whether you're using the oil, the emulsion, and so forth. There are brushes for that. So you not just say, hey, I'm gonna paint and I want to rush.
Yeah.
No.
Because as you said, you know, there's different types of quality of paintbrushes as well, right? You have those that have the plastic, the kind of plastic brushes, and you have those that have the kind of the fabric bristles. Fabric bristles.
It also helps that particular finishing that you want.
That's correct.
So the quality of the brush goes with the particular finishing you want.
Yeah, and it all depends on the strokes as well. Sometimes some strokes that just leave marks as based on the type of brush that you use.
You understand? And that's where the plastic and of course the other type, the other name that you mentioned comes in.
Yeah.
Because you may use it depending on what you're painting. You may need a plastic brush to do that, and the other type you may need that softer brush to get that kind of finishing that you want.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. And also we have this size here. This is a 100 mm. And also, if you're looking for a kit or a set, we have our 3-piece brush sets.
Yeah, right.
Here available as well at the Wireman's house.
All right. If you want that perfect finish, when you do that paint job, you want that perfect finish. You get the correct brush. And of course, when you get onto the Wireman's house, Chris and the other employees, they will lead you through and tell you. Just tell them what you want the brush for the specific purpose, and they will lead you to the proper brush that you need. And
also, I'm going to give out some information of contacts as well if you want to get a hold of us. Right, that number to do so is 443-5577 or 449-5577. That is also our WhatsApp number as well. So you can go onto WhatsApp, give us a call, send a picture of anything that you're looking for or you want to find. That we will try to help actually locate for you. Even if we don't have it, we will try to steer you to the right direction who actually have it available.
Customer service to the max, as you will say. All right. No, you've been having that of course, guess what's on the team. How's that been going? How's it been going? Have people been gravitating to that a whole lot?
Yeah, it does. It does. We have a few people commenting on what's on the table. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Going good so far.
All right, great.
Yes.
Great.
Guys, and also yes, as you said, also go on our social media pages, our WhatsApp, our Instagram, Facebook, like and share the page,
All right, yes.
And and be active with us on the page. Sometimes we would like to hear from our customers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And potential customers.
Yeah. We would like to hear from our customers. Our Facebook and also our Instagram pages. Our followers. Reach out to us. If you have any questions about anything. Feel free to give us a message. And we will try to respond accordingly.
As we just talk about it from Glen, you've probably been here. We talk about this, but you want more information. Feel free to give the Wireman house a call and get more information. You may be saying, hey, this isn't an interesting product there right now. And you may just want to find out how to even use it even more. You use it.
Yes.
And that information can be shown out. Yes. What else we offering, Chris? What else we offering our listeners and viewers this morning?
We have our detailing brushes. Yeah. So this is basically you find it on people use it on your vehicle, inside your vehicles. You're doing your detailing as well. Sometimes you just want to clean inside your vehicle.
All right.
Something between the vents of your AC. The little pieces and stuff. The little places that certain
those had to reach
reach
areas. Good.
Yeah. So guys, so this will actually come in handy as well. Yeah, in your for your vehicle, not only as you're doing your painting as well. Yeah, we have that available.
I mean, it's like typically you could say it's a multi-purpose for reason or the other. It's a bit multi-purpose, not only for actual painting and hard-to-reach areas, but you could use it for other purposes also.
Yes, and before GT, before you paint, what's the first thing you're supposed to do?
Well, preparation. You gotta prepare. You gotta prepare whatever you're gonna paint. You know, so if you do, you may need to scrape the wall, or you may need to wash the wall. Let's say you wash it first. Yeah. You understand? You want to get all the dirt off. Okay, you know, we in the dusty area lately. There's a lot of dust. You know, the heat and dust lately. You want to wash it off if you have to. Then you need to scrape. Probably there's been the older paint has been there for a while. That's raised up a wee bit. You need to scrape. So I see you want to show me something that could help folks, make the work a little bit easier for them.
Right, so guys, so we have our putty knife, or some people might say a scraper knives, right? So we have that available. Also, we have different sizes. And also we have our small filling knife as well. Sometimes you want to do some filling in some cracks as well. So we have that available at the Wireman's house. So guys, come to the Wireman's house.
Everything that you need, and more.
Painting accessories. Next thing you say, well, all of us sell paint. No, we don't sell. You don't sell paint.
But whatever you need to go to do the paint job, you can get that at the Wireman's house. All right.
So guys, we want to say thank you as well. All our customers. Our opening hours is from Monday to Thursday. Right, we open at 8 to 5 p.m. Okay, and Fridays, 8 to 4. And also we open on Saturdays as well. A lot of people don't know that, but we also open on Saturdays.
All right.
Yeah, so we open from 8 to 1.
All right.
Yes.
Chris, that's a wrap for us for today.
That's a wrap for us today.
Hey, folks, thanks once again for being with us this morning here. Of course, this segment do it for the Wireman House. Join us again next week when the Almighty permits, health, strength, and everything else.
Yes.
We will be here, of course, to show you all the products that's available at the Wireman's House, and there's always something that's going to grab your attention.
Yeah, definitely.
Always grab your attention. Yes. And don't forget to go on out to the Wireman's House and, their social media platforms. Take a peek. Is it the Facebook, the Instagram?
Yes.
Check them out on WhatsApp also.
Yeah, definitely.
And visit their location in Woodlands. All right. Once again, folks, thank you. That's where we take a wrap for this edition of the Mid-Morning Buzz.